start the engine and give your starting 10 and your starting lineup here from Homestead.
Drivers, start your engines!
And they're gonna roll out the pit lane, and we're gonna give you your starting lineup here from Homestead. Your starting 10 here from Homestead. Issues for Cameron Parker on the pit lane. I don't know what's going on there, but starting 10 goes as follows. Starting first, Mitchell Collins. Starting second, Tim Horton. Starting third, Jacob Dillon. Starting fourth, Casey Horton. Starting fifth, Ben Crouch. Starting sixth, Michael Meadows. Starting seventh, Harley Tall. Starting eighth, Daniel Hammond. Starting ninth, Kyle Brown. And rounding off your top 10 is Will Parrish. You can look at the rest of the starting lineup on your left side of your screen. It's actually surprisingly not that hot today. It's only 72 degrees here at Homestead. So these cars are going to be pretty fast here. Obviously this is a night race, or sort of night race. Doesn't look like it's night, but it's night. It's supposed to be day to night, but it doesn't work. So it's the newest track, so that's what I'm using. I normally try to use the newest track, but of course last race at Charlotte couldn't use it because it crashed on me multiple times when I was trying to record it. So I decided I'm done trying. So you're going to see that. I apologize for that little blare there, darkness. And we're green here from Homestead for the Dixie Vodka 400. Mitchell Collins is going to take a lead here. Which isn't surprising after how strong he's been this week. Tim Horton's going to try to catch him, but I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be hard to pass here at Homestead. You really want to be on the outside line when going around. Battle for the lead. Tim Horton to the lead. Mitchell Collins is going to take the lead again back from him. And Mitchell Collins back to the lead. 41 laps today here at Homestead. Oh, Jacob Dillon's almost got up in the wall there. It was really close. Jacob Dillon's is going to go around Mitchell Collins on the outside to take the lead. And we're going to have a 3-wide battle for second place here. Casey Horton on the outside. Tim Horton on the inside, but that's going to fall apart there. Mitchell Collins will take the position back. And Jacob Dillon's trying to fix what's been broken the last few races for him. He's been getting involved in almost every crash possible, every single accident possible. Whenever he can find a way, he gets in him. But today, he's back in these colors, so he's hoping to get back on track. Maybe it was the jinx of the other colors. But Hendrick in recent times has been having issues. And we like to mention Rusty Potts is our new points leader by 20 something. I think it's 22 points or something around there. So Scott Upton's no longer our point leader. And Jacob Dillon's going to continue to lead. Casey Horton getting up against that wall. They've been getting really close to that wall, but I don't think they've been touching it. They've been getting so close that they're not touching it. Jacob Dillons is going to continue to lead. He's got a huge lead. Ben Crouch second, third Daniel Hammond fourth, Mitchell Collins, and fifth Tim Horton. That's our top 5 right now. We should see pit stops here soon. This has been a pretty good race here. This track is one of the best tracks on the circuit, obviously, and we're glad to be here today. There's so many lines, and Ben Crouch in the wall. That's gonna hurt him. He's gonna fall like a rock through the field here. It's so similar to Charlotte about how if you hit the wall, you're gonna fall a pretty good amount of positions, and he may have to pit after that. We'll see. It looks like he's back up the pace pretty quickly there, so maybe it wasn't that bad of a touch the wall. Maybe he just tapped it. It'll look worse than it actually was. And Jacob Dillons is going to take a pretty commanding lead here. He's been leading most of the race, obviously, but we've seen here. We'll see if he pit here. Looks like they're going to pit. Kyle Brown's going to stay out with Chris Sherman. And then Kyle Brown will be our new leader. I think that's the first lap Kyle Brown's led all year. He's had a pretty good year, but he just hasn't. He's not won a race yet. Obviously, it's nice to see him up here. Just he's trying to command. He's trying to work with what Scott Upton's done this year. It's probably been helping him a little bit, but they're gonna pit here. I don't think anybody else is gonna. I don't think they're gonna have to stay out another lap here. Maybe it looks like the 33 and Nathaniel Gardner will be our new leader. I'm going to stay out an extra lap here, and this may really help him. Pit strategy has been a huge thing in this series, so Wouldn't surprise me. Now he's gonna pit, obviously. And everybody else that stayed out is also gonna pit here. So pit stops are now official here. First round of pit stops. Jacob Dillons is just coming around here, so we'll see where they end up. See where they end up. I just don't see how they keep the lead here. Jacob Dillons is coming around turn 4 now, and he will take the lead back. I don't see how they get out in time. They will not get out in time. Jacob Dillons back to the lead. And his lead is much bigger than it was before. Way bigger than it was before. And Jacob Dillons continue the lead. Michael Meadows is second place here. This is a good comeback after last race's terrible race for him. He ended up on his roof and ended his day yesterday. Yesterday's race. So obviously this is definitely something that he's been looking to do today. And then we got Kyle Brown third, Chris Sherman fourth, and rounding off your top 10 is the 32 Brett Kleppinger, which is nice to see up here as well. We've had a long green flag run here. I don't know if we're going to see any cautions today. With how this race is going, I don't see how we have any. I think it's going to just go green the entire way. It's been a pretty clean race. We're due to have another fully green race here. We haven't had one for a while. I mean, Charlotte was almost a full green flag race, but of course we had that one wreck on lap 6, so Kyle Brown's starting to catch Jacob Dillons here, his teammate. So 2 Hendrick cars leading the field here. We'll check in on Stephen Paul III here in a little bit here. See where he's at in relation to these guys here up front. $20 to go for Jacob Dillons, and his teammate's going to make a move for the lead. On the inside. And these guys are going to battle it out. But Jacob Dillons is going to keep the lead, it looks like. Unless he makes a mistake here in the turn. He may have just made a mistake. And yes, he did. Kyle Brown to the lead. And we're going to have a good finish here, it looks like. With this battle's going on here up front. All these guys all together. This is what we wanted today. Again, we're going to check in on Stephen Paul III to see where he's at in relation to these guys up here. He's currently in 21st, so this is not a good race. It's an alright race for him. He's mediocre, but better than not making the race, obviously, for him. And Chris Sherman on the outside, gonna go around Jacob Dillon's here, and he will get it done. So Chris Sherman the second. And maybe for even the lead here. He will go on the outside of Kyle Brown here. Chris Sherman to the lead. Here at Homestead. Pit stops, maybe? No pit stops yet. I think, yeah, Chris Sherman's able to take the lead and fully now. So Chris Sherman to the lead. Chris Sherman's going to be the leader here. Kyle Brown's second. Jacob Dillon's third. Brett Kleppinger fourth. And Michael Meadows fifth. At some point, they're going to have to pit again. They're going to pit now. So most of the leaders of the pit, and then our actual leaders, our front two guys are going to stay out. Front three guys are going to stay out another lap here. Brett Kleppinger is taking a weird line around this track, different than everybody else. Obviously, this is a multi-line track, so not surprising to see that, but and Kyle Brown to the pits. It looks like Chris Sherman's going to stay out another lap. And Chris Sherman should pit this time around. It looks like he will. But we'll see if he can keep the lead coming out, staying out another lap here. And the rest of the leaders that stayed out as well are going to pit. But we'll see what happens here. here comes Michael Meadows. He has had a really good pit stop. He's going to be our new leader. Chris Sherman's not going to get out in time at all. Michael Meadows to the lead. This is a good comeback race for him. Definitely a good comeback race for him. And I'm pretty sure he's got only one win. I'm hoping I'm right. I know I got it wrong last time. I think he's only won one race, so he's looking for a second win this season, and not for second win in like a couple races. So this is gonna be good for him if he can pull off today's race. And there's Chevys. The top four are all Chevys right now. And look, he had to check up there. Jacob Dillons is gonna go out. They're gonna try to go on the outside there. He's gonna sneak around on the inside. He preferred to be on the outside, but he had to get around Michael Meadows, who was slowing him down. And Jacob Dillons to the lead. I don't know if he's gonna be able to keep it though, because the outside line is preferred. And Michael Meadows is gonna get a run on him on the outside, and he will take the lead back. And he will lead the lap. This race is winding down really quickly, just like the last race that Charlotte did. And battle for the lead again here. This is a really good battle between both of these guys. I feel like this is what we've been missing all year. And Michael Meadows will lead the lap. He will take a pretty, he's going to take some, he's obviously going to get a little bit of gap between him and Jacob Dillons here after Jacob Dillons stay on the inside. He needs to get up on the outside to keep the run going and get some draft off of him. For some reason, he's not trying to take the draft. Kyle Brown going on the outside there, but Jacob Dillons is going to go on the inside of Michael Meadows and take the lead again. But again, the outside line's preferred here. Is he going to be able to make... I don't know if he's going to be able to keep the lead. He needs to get up in front of Michael Meadows. That's what needs to happen. Michael Meadows get that run, the outside run there, he's going to take the lead back. What a battle we're seeing here. 5 to go here from Charlotte. Oh, no, it's not 5 yet. It's 6 to go here from Charlotte. Not Charlotte. I'm at Homestead. I apologize. Oh my goodness. I'm recording both these races back to back, so I apologize. But Jacob Dillons leads that lap, so they're going back and forth here. It's gonna be a really good finish. Kyle Brown's right in that back area there. He can make a huge difference in this race. And he's going to try to get around his teammate here on the outside. And he will get around his teammate, Kyle Brown, to second. And he's going to try to go on the outside of Michael Meadows here to take the lead. And he will. Kyle Brown to the lead, 3 to go here at Homestead. And I would want to be in Chris Sherman's position right now. That's the best position to be in my opinion, at this stage in the race. Anything could happen. But if anybody's going to get around Kyle Brown, it's going to be Chris Sherman. And Chris Sherman on the outside. He's going to get a run around Michael Meadows to take second place. And here comes Chris Sherman. 2 to go. And even here comes Nathaniel Gardner. And Chris Sherman will take the lead. We'll see if Kyle Brown gets a run here. He really needs to get on the outside, and he will not choose the outside. He's going to choose the inside. Kyle Brown going to try to go on the outside, and he hits the wall. White flag here from Homestead. Nathaniel Gardner needs to get on the outside of Kyle Brown and get a slingshot around him and get around Chris Sherman. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it though at this point now. He needed to try in turn 2 there. And now around turn 3 and 4 here. Chris Sherman is going to win the Dixie Vodka 400 here at Homestead. Congrats to that team. They had to race themselves in to get in this race, and they won today's race. Congrats to them. Getting back on track. Best way to get back on track is by winning a race, obviously. So congrats to them. Congrats to them for winning today's race. And here's your final results here from Homestead. First, Chris Sherman. Second, Kyle Brown. Third, Nathaniel Gardner. Fourth, Michael Meadows. Fifth, Jacob Dillon. Sixth, Daniel Hammond. Seventh, Brett Clevenger. Eighth, Mohammed Zain Duel. Ninth, Colby Harris. And rounding off your top 10 is Jacob Deputy. So that's the rest of your your finishing results there. Again, congrats to Chris Sherman today. We're going to save today's race before we forget. But we'll see you guys tomorrow night for the one's called Firecracker 400, but it's a Coca-Cola no sugar. I don't. Coca-Cola 600. Coca-Cola whatever it is. 400 at Daytona. We'll see you guys then. And that will be Friday's race, and then Saturday we'll be at Bristol. Yes, we'll go into Bristol on Saturday. That will be a day race, so keep that in mind. That will be up at noon. It will not be the night race. We're not doing the night race. We're doing the day race though. And then we'll be at Martinsville on Monday. So we got a couple short tracks coming up. Keep that in mind. So it's not just these kind of long, boring. Well, it's not really been boring, but I mean, we're not gonna have all those all these 2-milers coming up. It's gonna be a lot of short tracks coming up. There's some road courses coming up as well in the future here. So we'll see you guys at Daytona. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.